We have no doubt that there was once a noble vision for this council. But today we need to be honest. The Human Rights Council is a poor defender of human rights. Worse than that, the Human Rights Council has become an exercise in shameless hypocrisy, with many of the world's worst human rights abuses going ignored, and some of the world's most serious offenders sitting on the council itself.
The Secretary General welcomes the decision of the United States of America to re-engage with the UN Human Rights Council.
Good afternoon, Elyssa.
Thank you, Christian.
Recently, the US administration rejoined the Human Rights Council. The administration said, quote, making good on its promise to put human rights front and center of its foreign policy, end quote. Elyssa, tell us how the work of organizations like yours is affected when a government withdraws from the Council or rejoins.
The presence of any particular government on the Council affects the way in which the body conducts its work. And for us, as a Christian human rights organization that focuses on issues relating to the right to life and the right to religious freedom, having governments on the Council that are committed to taking strong pro-life and pro-freedom positions is of enormous benefit for our work. With regards to the United States, when you had an American administration on the Council that took a pro-life policy position, this was of great benefit for the pro-life cause. The effect of this was to embolden, to encourage other governments that might not be as powerful as the United States or might be more susceptible to UN pressure, to encourage these governments to take pro-life positions that correspond with their national laws, but that they might not have been able to take without the support, without the backing of the US government. We need to look at the context, the current state of the Human Rights Council. This is a body that has become so politicized, so saturated, so steeped in radical ideologies, radical agendas that are pushed by countries of the West onto the developing world, so as to really have reached a point where its credibility, its entire credibility as a human rights organization is really threatened. And we also need to take into account the global state of human rights right now. We're at a time where we're seeing escalating violence, existing human rights problems that are being compounded by the COVID-19 pandemic and other health crises. This is really a time where you need a government or governments to step up and to say no to controversial agendas and to really focus on the real work of human rights and human rights reform.